Have you ever drawn with nature? No? Let's give it a try. Hi friends, welcome. I'm Janessa, teaching artist here at the Pérez Art Museum, Miami, and today we're going to be drawing outdoors with nature some beautiful designs inspired by artist Nicholas Hlobo. Nicholas Hlobo is a South African artist currently featured here at PAMM in the Allied with Power exhibition. His intricate designs are done using string, ribbon, and other sorts of fabrics. Today we're going to honor that by using string and drawing materials to make intricate designs of our own. So the first thing that we're going to need for our materials in this drawing experiment or drawing challenge that we're going to be doing today is we're going to need a branch from outside. So I went ahead and got a nice long branch from outside in my backyard or wherever you can find it, maybe taking a stroll through the park or maybe going on a nature walk, but you want to make sure it's nice and long, maybe about the length of your arm. Then I'm going to also need some markers, some string. It doesn't matter what kind of string you use, you just want to make sure it's strong enough that it won't snap very easily. I have some tape, scissors, and then cardstock paper. If you want to use canvas or another type of paper, that's fine, it's up to you. The first thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and cut my string. I'm going to get whatever string that I'm using at home, whether it's ribbon or yarn, and I want to make sure that I cut at least 5 strings to a similar size. So I'm going to go ahead and measure it out, make sure they're a nice length, and I want to make sure that whatever length it is, it's about the size of me standing, and for me to start to measure it, I want to make sure that it goes down the length of my body. So when I tie it to something to use it, it'll work. So once I have my 5 strings, the next thing that I want to do is I want to get the colors that I want to use. So what I'm choosing to do today is I want to use some of my more hot, bright colors with a little bit of my brown. And I already have some of my hot, bright colors already tied off on my string, so I'm going to go ahead and do my brown string now. So I take my marker, I go ahead and I get my string. I'm going to take the end of my string and I'm going to go ahead and tape it on to the end of my marker, just like that. Now, remember, if you have trouble with any of these steps, be sure to ask a legal parental guardian to help you. All right, so now once that I have my string all tied off, I'm going to go ahead and get my stick that I got from my outdoors. Now, already on my stick, because I got a head start, guys, is I went ahead and I added my strings to my stick and I tied them to the top. So on here so far, and I'll show you guys here, I have my green, red, yellow, and orange. I'm gonna add my brown. What I wanna do is when I'm tying on my markers, I wanna make sure that they're all tied at a similar length. To do that, I might wanna lay my string down. Let me move off any extra string that I have here to get out of the way. I would want to lay my strings down maybe on a table or on the floor and make sure that they're nice and even. So here I am laying it down, making sure my branch is nice and tight. I'm going to go ahead and bring my brown marker here. Line it up to where my other markers are, and I'm going to go ahead and tie it to the top of the branch. And take your time. Make sure you get it nice and even so that way it makes your drawing a lot more fun. So there I am. And I'm going to bring this a little closer to the other camera here so we can go ahead and see how I'm tying it. So there I go, I have my nice loop on there. All of my strings are tied and attached to markers. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that I can have a nice long way of drawing, and I'm going to use the actual floor for this activity. So although I have my cardstock here, I have some extra cardstock already on the floor. All right, friends, so now we've moved down to the floor. I put my large poster board paper on the floor with some tape so it doesn't blow away with the wind. And I have my stick already here with my markers and my string. Everything's tied nice and even, and I have my caps off of all of them except for my brown marker. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my cap off my final marker. I'm gonna let it go down to the bottom here. And I'm gonna go ahead now and I'm just gonna let it touch the paper, and I'm gonna start trying to move my markers using my branch and my strings and try to kind of create some cool designs. And what's great about this project is that if the wind comes blowing through, it can actually change your project. Some of them are getting tangled, I move them back around. And just remember to try to be gentle, take your time, have fun. Enjoy moving around with the branch and the wind and these markers. And may I suggest, if we're gonna choose markers, maybe we choose washable ones? So here I am making my design, moving my markers around. Maybe I'll switch which way my branch is facing so I can get some of the other colors on the opposite side. Letting the wind and the branch move and having fun. I can always come down lower, and I can come down to my design and maybe take some of my markers and add some more color to certain spots that I like. So maybe I want some more orange in a certain area, and I can just draw it in by hand. That's what's so great about this project, is that we can go from up to down. Maybe add a spiral. Give myself some more lines over here to work with. Maybe I want to switch my colors. Add a shape. So as we play and explore our design, we can just keep adding and adding. And this is just a really fun and interesting new way to draw, which is really great for kids of all ages.